Right then, it's time for a double cup final episode. As you can see, we have got Europa FC in the Bright Stars Trophy final, and then we've got Lincoln Red Imps in the Gibraltar Cup final as well. We've already won the league. We got to the second knockout stage of the Europa League, and now it's time for us to walk away with two lovely, shiny trophies. So without further ado, let's get straight into the Bright Stars Trophy final against Europa FC. Team is ready to go, hopefully. Been a bit of a gap between the last game and this one, so hopefully fitness is not going to be an issue. Gardner continues playing up front for them. He's had a good start so far. What's that? So he's played 10, scored 4, assisted 2. I'm glad he's getting used now because we weren't giving him enough football, were we really? Right, so in goal we're going with Thomas Martinho, the 20-year-old. At left back, James Dean, the start of his final 3 games for the club. In the middle, Mark Pope, who's also wanted again by lots of other clubs. But he had him back 1 year. Alongside him, David Taylor. At right back, we go with Dan Martin, who's also wanted by Spurs. Really? Didn't think he was good enough for that, to be honest. Centre defensive mid, Mamadou Diamande. Plays alongside probably the breakout of this season, Wayan Siragar, the Indonesian CDM. The attacking midfielders are going to be Alejandro Reyes, back off of an injury, George Martin, and Adam Hlozek, playing behind the striker Kodwani Singaluma. Schubert is currently out injured for this one. This is a big game. Trophy up for grabs. We could be getting the domestic treble. We wanted the domestic quad. Why can't I? There we go. It's working now. Oh, there we go. Oh, we could be getting the domestic quad. Although Europa FC is the only team to beat us so far this season. It's beaten us twice, 1-0. Which is a bit of a worry, so we need to make sure we do get past them in this game. I don't want another loss. I think we beat them. They've beaten us twice this season. We've beaten them twice. We've beaten them twice in the league. They've beaten us once in the league. They're the only dropped points we have in the league all season. And have also beaten us in the semi-finals of the Rock Cup. Siragar, we know how good he is at free kicks, and he puts another one in today. This man is incredible. When I signed him, like I said in a previous video, when I signed him, I literally just wanted a bit of a backup for CDM because we had a lot of issues at CDM. We had not a lot of depth. And since we've had him, he's just completely taken over the position. And he's just whacking in free kicks for fun. Sirigar and Diamande as a defensive midfield pairing is absolutely incredible. It's going to be very interesting to see how next season pans out. We know that the majority of our squad is currently wanted by other teams, so it might be tricky to keep people around. But we do have a lot of money to try and keep people happy this time. And the fact that we're playing European football now is going to help our cause as well. But when you've got the likes of Spurs coming in for our right back and that sort of stuff, it can cause problems. But then again, we can have a bit of a refresh. We've got tons of money now, meaning we could sell some of these players and replace them with better versions, hopefully. It's going to cost us a lot more money to do so, but the money should be there as a profit in the future, hopefully. Dan Martin back to David Taylor. Plays it forward to Hlozek. Puts the ball in the box, raises their far post, over the top of the bar it goes. So still just 1-0 in this game as we hit half-time. 82% possession though is incredible, isn't it really? Let's tell them we're very pleased how things are going. Keep it up. As we continue whizzing through, 40 minutes remain. We lead 1-0 thanks to Sirigar's goal. I think we should make some changes now. Reyes, like I said, just come back off an injury. Probably... Okay, well that's... My mouse is playing real funny buggers with me today. It really is. We made the right substitution though. And maybe Jenkins as well. Always seems to score a lot of goals. Let's bring those two on. Taking off Reyes and Hlozek. We're doing well here. We're dominating the game, that's the main thing. I mean, I know we are winning 1-0, but we've had 10 shots, they've had 0. We've had 4 on target, they've had 0. We've had 77% possession. They don't look like they've got any chance of getting back in this game, really. Gardner heads it clear from the corner. It's a big clearance by Gateshill, but I think Dan Martin's going to get there first. Plays it back to Martinho. Plays it forward to Dean. Dean now out wide looking for Sergio Andrade. Into the middle, here's Williams. Back to Evans. Big ball forward, it's going to get cut out. Back to Gateshill though. We don't want to let him score an equaliser now. We don't want to risk this going to extra time and penalties. Davis. Ball into the middle, Gateshill. Oh, good defensive work by Taylor. Connor's there though. Connor. Oh my god, Grant Connor scores. 3 minutes remain and Europa FC equalise. That's not good. That's not good at all, is it? Ugh. I don't know what to say about that. It's a cracking goal, in fairness. It's a great goal by Grant Connor. Very good goal, but I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. And we're going to go to extra time then. They've had 1 shot, 1 on target all game. 1 shot, 1 on target, and they've managed to get it 1-1 draw. We've got on the bench. We've got no one on the bench who can really change things, have we, really? Sirigar, another free kick from him. Finds Taylor. There we go. Wayan Sirigar, his free kicks have gained us so many points this season. So many wins this season. And here he is putting us back in the lead with a fantastic curved ball in right into the head of David Taylor. Taylor's 3rd goal of the season makes it 2-1 on the night in the Bright Stars Trophy finals. Lovely jubbly. Can we just hold on to it now? We don't want to concede again. Diamande is knackered, but we haven't really got anyone to replace him with at this point in time. We probably have, actually, if I can make... Right, let's make a tactic change now. We can put Jenkins into his favoured position at least. And Andrade as well. So let's bring on Thompson in place of Diamande. Let's drop Thompson back and switch Dan Martin across. Martin's not ideal as a centre-back, but he can play there. Just gives us that extra bit of defensive cover. 5 at the back, that'll do. Okay, that's our 3rd change then. I don't want to risk any injury to Diamande. He's such an important player for us. And hopefully now we can just keep this one going, see this one out. And we do, there we go. First piece of silverware, got a hold of it. Wasn't as easy as it should have been, but either way, it is good enough. One quick thing actually to let you know that I've done, and they still won't let me build a new stadium, but what I have agreed to do is expand the Victoria Stadium. So that is going to get up to a 3,100 capacity. So we're adding about 600 seats. So that's about, I don't know, like a 20% increase on the stadium size, which is pretty good. It's just going to help us get more money in, isn't it, really? Right. So next up, we have got the Gibraltar Cup final against Lincoln Red Imps. Let's get straight there. And here we go in the Gibraltar Cup final. So, of course, everyone in the squad has to have Gibraltarian nationality or UK nationality, which brings Stephen Pitaluga into goal. He's wanted by Burton. I might actually let him leave in the summer. We don't need this many goalkeepers, do we, really? James Dean continues on at left back. We stick with Mark Pope alongside David Taylor, with Dave Martin, or Dan Martin should I say, so at right back. 2 centre mids in this game. We're going to have Nick Campbell-Lean, who's also wanted by a club. Where's he wanted by? Ibar. Playing alongside Tyreek Backinson, who's had a very up and down season so far this year. really plagued by injury. Making his debut, Reece Faulkner at the left midfield spot. We're going to have George Martin as a cam. With Darren Jenkins on the right. Who you wanted by as well then? You're wanted by Grimsby. And then striker today is going to be a player who came through the academy last year in the shape of Jay Maguire, who's wanted by lots of clubs. Okay, we're going to have a very difficult summer, aren't we, really? But passionately, let's tell them to go out there and win the trophy. You deserve it. Go and grab it and get yourselves the domestic treble. Well, it's technically the domestic quad because we won the Pepe Reyes Cup as well, but I don't normally class the Community Shield style trophies as a trophy, to be honest. Okay, it's going to be our free kick. A core even, not free kick. What about Jenkins? Here's Backinson. Brings the ball along, plays a ball across the front, finding Nick Campbell-Lean! Slams it in. What a goal, what a lad. Nick Campbell-Lean, he's been one of those players who's just been an absolute stalwart for the club, hasn't he, for years and years. It's a bit like if you ever watched my previous Gibraltar challenge on, I think it was FM 16 or 17, we had a player called Frank Evans, and he was just incredible. He came through the academy, and he was a mainstay in the club for years and years. Even when he wasn't good enough, we still kept him around because he did so much for us, and that's the same sort of thing that Nick Campbell-Lean is, as well as Mark Pope makes it 2-0 after 16 minutes. Wow. Maguire with the assist. Maguire's got a big future with us as well. I feel like in the summer we're going to have a good little change around, I think. Again, we've got lots of money to spend. I have brought a lot of players over the last couple of years. A lot of players that weren't necessarily very good as well. I don't know why I brought so many crappy players, to be honest. But I just brought a lot of really young players, and just in the hope that they might progress into something good. Seeing how well we've done with, future sales and that sort of stuff, and selling players and having that 50% sell-on fee and get all that money in, which is why we've got 35 million quid in the bank at this point in time. I'm very happy with how that is. Faulkner, Taylor... Oh, I thought it was 2-0 then. 3-0 even. So it's great to see players like Faulkner and Maguire today, both getting some game time. I might try and push some more players out on loan next season as well. Because we've got a lot of really good young players that are just suffering a bit because they're not getting much first team football. Here's Avellano. Out to Ramos, finding Lopez. Here's Yahaya. Christiansen's the worrying one in this team because he's the one who scored so many goals this season. Great ball in, and there he is. Matthias Christiansen's 19th goal of the season. He looks like a really good player, he does. It was a great signing by Lincoln Red Imps to get a hold of him. I mean, he was the one who played that ball out to Lopez as well. And the ball into the middle, Christiansen... I thought it was a header, it wasn't. He actually hit it on the volley. Fantastic goal by him. Is he a player we should let him look at? I mean, he is pretty damn good, to be honest. They're paying him 1.6 grand a week. Maybe I'm getting away with playing my players too little. I think I've really gone for cheaper players, haven't I? We could probably go a lot more over the top. So I don't think we're paying anybody more than 600-700 quid a week. So maybe we should be doing that. I mean, we've got so much money in the bank now. We might as well push and just try and get a team that's good enough to consistently get into the Europa League group stages every season. That's going to be worth a few million. Ooh. Wow. Roccas Patrivius, however the hell you pronounce that, has just made it 2-2. Okay, that's interesting. That's definitely thrown a spanner in the works. Kirk Hartley, I believe he came from us, you know. Then look at that finish. It's incredible. Wow. Who are you? I don't recognise your name before. You're a Lithuanian player they picked up. He's on loan from Portsmouth. Okay. A very impressive goal, that was. There's not really much I can do on the bench to change this either, so we're going to have to just trust the players to do this. Maguire with the ball into the middle. Pope. Faulkner. Reece Faulkner on his debut. Gets the goal. Makes it 3-2. Gives us the lead back. Wow, Reece Faulkner. Has he just written his name in the record books here for the club? Scoring a goal in his debut. Remember a couple of seasons ago we had the same thing. I think it was in the Bright Stars Trophy finals. We had Martin Ovell making his debut, and he got the winning goal in that game. Could Faulkner be the next man on that list? I'm hoping Faulkner has a good future with the club as well. Martin out to Hartley. Yeah, I'm sure Kirk Hartley was one of the players we released last year, you know. Oh, Pitaluga saves. Of course, it is actually Jerome Pitaluga is our main reserve keeper. I've actually loaned him out. He went to Lincoln Red Imps, I believe, on loan. So that's interesting. Come on, let's see this out now. Let's see it out. I'm not going to make any changes. No need to at this point in time. There's 5 minutes remaining. Let's just see it out, and then I can get on with the hours and hours and hours I spend in the summer pimping this team up. Come on. Blow the whistle. Boom. We won the Gibraltar Cup as well. Epic. Very well done, lads. Very, very well done. Enjoy your success. Nick Campbell Lean, team leader, gets himself the man of the match, of course. Reece Faulkner on his debut, getting his first ever goal for the club as well. What more can you ask for? What more can you freaking ask for? There we go. We've won the quad. Now, I'm going to play this last game in the league off camera. There's no point in showing you that because we won the league, as you can see, by quite some distance. We're 13 points up on Lincoln Red Imps. There's a fight between St. Joseph's and Lynx. Who we got then? I can't remember who it was. Did it say who we've got? St. Joseph's, was it? No, we got Lynx. So it looks like St. Joseph's is going to get it because that's how confident I am we'll beat Lynx. So St. Joseph's are going to get the 4th European spot, which will be Europa League 2. Their goal difference is terrible. Look at the difference between the top 3 clubs and the bottom 3. It's very interesting, isn't it? Top goal scorer of the season, Christiansen. And Kirk Hartley. Did Kirk Hartley? No, he didn't come from us. Oh, we just obviously must have played against him so many times I just recognised his name. He's having a good little career though, isn't he? Average ratings, Sirigan, Jenkins. Jenkins are the most assists. Next year we're going to come back bigger and stronger. Of course, we lost one game this year in the league. Hopefully next year we won't. Anyway, I'm going to go away now. I'll come back to you on our first Champions League qualifying match. And hopefully by then I would have made some very interesting changes to our squad and hopefully made it 10 times stronger. And we'll come back next year fighting even harder. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.